you can hear me. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Please do let me know. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know if you can see me and you can hear me so we can go right into it? Hi guys. I can see some of you are online already. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, welcome and good evening again. Good evening again. Yes. Okay. If you can hear me, please can you say something in the comment section so I can know you can see me? Yes. Okay. And yes, we are live. Okay. So welcome to this week's episode of Glowing to the Week. I'm Dr. Chimsom Oku. I'm your skin and confidence doctor. I help you glow from inside out. Yes. And today we'll be talking about something that we are, afraid of talking about. That's just the truth. Some of us are scared of having that conversation. We're scared of, when you're scared of facing something because it's going to reveal a scary truth about you that you don't really want to, confront. So that's what we're going to talk about today, right? Yes. So we are talking about the you've been avoiding. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You know they're hearing you on my podcast, right? Yeah, is it hearing me? Yes. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hi, can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh my god. Can you hear me? Can you see me? My talk is going off and on. Can you hear me and can you see me? Hi guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? I have 31 people online. Yes, can you hear me please? Hi, if you can hear me, please let me know so that I can let me know in the comment section. Please, if you can hear me, let me know, please. Can you hear me? Okay. Anyway, welcome to this. I want to assume you can hear me and you can see me. I want to assume you can hear me and see me. Please, can you say I can hear you, see you on the comment section so I know you can. And I have 14 people live. Can you say if you can hear me? Okay, yes, and we are back. Oh my god. Network will not fail us today, right? Yes, so let's roll, guys. Let's roll. Yes. Hi guys. Welcome to today's episode of Glowing to the Week, and we are live. We're live. So today we'll be talking about something deep and personal, something that some of us are afraid of, confronting. Today we'll be talking about the you that you've been avoiding. The you that you've been avoiding. Sometimes we are stuck, not because of, other elements. We are simply avoiding the truth about ourselves. So we find ourselves in a space where, yes, you know what to do. but you're not doing it. Yes, you know where you're supposed to go, but you're not going there. Yes, you know the habit you're supposed to start doing, but you're even afraid of confronting it and, starting it. So the truth is simply that most times you already know what you need to do. Most times you already know, that you're not doing what you need to do. You already know everything, but you are delaying it. You are avoiding it. The truth is that growth requires you to be honest with yourself. The truth is that you cannot get better if you're not honest with yourself. So you need to grow. You need to sit down critically and appraise yourself so that you can actually move forward and then take those steps that you need to take. The Bible says that you shall know the truth and it will set you free. So sometimes it is the truth that you have refused to confront or to know that is actually the problem that you are facing. So who is with me? Who understands where I'm coming from? Now, what it means when I say you avoid yourself. Avoiding yourself simply means like that you're avoiding becoming more disciplined. You do something, for example, you want to lose weight, for example, and then you find yourself eating junk all the time. And you know that you shouldn't be doing this. You know that you should be exercising. You know the things that you need to do to get you to where you're supposed to go to. But you're avoiding, telling yourself the truth and developing that discipline. So you are the limitation to yourself. You're avoiding those hard conversations that you need to have with yourself before you're able to get to where you're supposed to go. You're avoiding even imagining what your next level can be like, should be like. You're in a space where you don't want to confront it because you are afraid of the things you have to do to get there. So you just keep avoiding. You keep avoiding the responsibilities that you need to do to get there. You say busy, yeah, doing this, doing that, but the real things that you need to do to be aligned, you have refused to sit down, critically appraise yourself, and tell yourself the truth. Now, why do we avoid ourselves? We usually avoid ourselves because sometimes we are so afraid of failure that it even stops us from trying. You are afraid to fail that you don't even want to venture. But the truth is that we need to tell ourselves the truth that there is no great person that doesn't fail. And you can't get better if you don't keep failing. Because from failure, you learn lessons that are going to stay with you forever and are going to make you a whole lot better. So the saying is fail forward. Have the courage to pick yourself up and move. Don't allow the fear of failure not let you do the things that you know you are supposed to do. Sometimes we are afraid of, taking responsibility of our issue. We try to blame others. I didn't do this because my father did not take me to school. And your father has died how many years ago and you're still there. If you're an adult and you're still blaming your parents or your uncle or your auntie for your misfortune, then you're not serious. Because the truth is that nobody's coming to save you. You need to save yourself. You are the only person that can rescue yourself. So it's important that you understand this and that you stick with this. Sometimes we are afraid that we are not enough. You're not yet ready. You don't have all the qualifications you need to do that. And so you don't even want to reflect so that you don't start imagining those things or dreaming of those things. It's not necessary. You don't need to be afraid. Start and you get better as you start. Sometimes we are too comfort is a problem. Sometimes we are too comfortable where we are. My coach keeps saying that comfort is the burial place for kings. So sometimes, if you notice, sometimes you see children that were born maybe in a place where there was poverty. They have a vow that they have to, most of them want to get rich when they get old, so they do anything they need to do to get to the top. Then you see, I've noticed a trend. Children that were born in comfortable homes, they may not be so rich. They don't have that drive that they need to excel. A lot of them don't, unless their parents deliberately created children that had all the things that they needed. They are too comfortable, so they don't see the need to step out of their comfort zone and do things that will make them uncomfortable. You can't grow if you're not uncomfortable. If you're too comfortable, then there's a problem. Then you're not achieving your potential, because you can't be achieving your potential and be sleeping. Honestly, you can't be sleeping. You have to be moving and be pushing to get to where you're supposed to. Sleep should not be part of your itinerary, as in oversleeping and lounging and just lying down and wasting your time. If you have something that you want to achieve, you cannot be comfortable. Over comfort can be a problem. Comfort can keep you stuck in a place that you don't want to be. Now, I want to reflect, myself. I like to tell myself the truth. I realize that something I avoid because I don't want to tell myself the truth sometimes. When all of us have those times when you feel like I want to achieve this thing, but I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not putting in the work, that I need to. So I realize that one thing I avoid doing because I don't want to reflect is journaling. I know the benefits of journaling. I know what I can get from it. I know it can help me grow. But you know why I avoid it? You know why I have to force myself and make it written around it so that I make sure I have started doing it? It's because I don't want to reflect. I don't want to finish and tell myself, oh, Chimsom, today, you're supposed to do exercise and then you did not do exercise, and which is wrong. So sometimes I'll use myself. I'm even afraid of telling myself the truth. So if I cannot be truthful to myself, how do I want to grow? You understand? But what I realize, because I've realized that I need to face the truth all the time. What I realize is that growth starts when you stop blaming others and start turning the torchlight to yourself and telling yourself the truth. The truth is that with honesty, you have clarity. You start to see better. You start to see the patterns in your life that are keeping you stuck. You start to see the things that you need to do clearly, in a clear path to get to where you're supposed to be. So the Bible says that, but doers of the word, be doers of the word, not just hearers. So do what you're supposed to do so that you can get to where you're supposed to be. God calls us, to be truthful and also take action. Now, instead of avoiding, telling yourself the truth, which is holding you back, I decided to tell myself the truth. And I decided that even if when I fall, when I don't, do what I'm supposed to do, there's the room to extend grace to myself. There's the room to reset my mind without being ashamed. I can, reflect, tell myself the truth, and still know that, okay, start afresh. It's okay to have a plan for the day or for the week and not achieve it. And then you can only decide what path you need to take if you can reflect and go back to it so that you can now achieve it. So it's very important to understand this dynamic that for you to go forward, you must be truthful and see how your problem is your problem. There are people that you meet all the time, they're always blaming somebody else. Their poverty is not their fault. They don't have food, it's my uncle did not give me money for this. They have this entitlement mentality that somebody is supposed to, lift them up, help them. But the truth is that, no. You can't move forward if you don't tell yourself the truth that, okay, I'm not doing this because I'm lazy. You don't have to tell the world your truth. It's your own truth. You don't have to share it. But the first step is to identify it and move forward from it. And realize, and don't, put down yourself. Don't drag yourself. Know that, yes, you're human. You err sometimes. But the important thing is that when you identify the error, make steps and take steps to try to fix it. Tell yourself the truth. Reset your life without shame and realign when it's needed. Don't keep wallowing in the things that did not work, the things you did not do, the da. Yes, you have told yourself the truth, but what is the next step? That's the aim of the truth, and that's how you're going to grow. That's how you're going to get to where you're supposed to be. Growth is not necessarily perfection. It's honesty and adjustment. I will give you some practical tools that you can use to, you know, help yourself. Number one is to journal. I keep saying journaling, journaling. Journaling does something to you. It helps you express your thoughts, you know, in a written form. And then when you write it, you can see it. But by the time you go through your journal for maybe a month or for years, you start to notice a pattern and the things that drag you down, the things that make you not, achieve what you plan to achieve. So journaling, it's one key way, it's a practical tool to help you tell yourself the truth and then work from the truth you have told yourself. Another thing that you can do is a vision board. A vision board is where you have an idea in your head, you have something that you know that you can achieve, you should achieve, and you get a picture of it, put it around you. So it's like a visual representation of what you want. So that way you can see your future clearly. Then you sit down and ask yourself, what do I need to do to get to that future? And then tell yourself the truth, what you are doing now that is sabotaging that future. That way, when you can identify what you are doing and also tell yourself the truth, it helps you to realign and do what you're supposed to do. Have self-check-ins, ask yourself, what is that thing that I've been avoiding doing and why am I avoiding it? When you find it out, that's the key to clarity. Another thing is find someone that you're accountable to, somebody that you can talk to or that can hold your hand. If you don't have anybody, find a way. For example, this month, I've told myself that I'm going to read 4 books. I hear people say it, but I've told myself the truth that before I was saying, oh, it's not possible. How will somebody read 4 books a month? And I'm almost done with 2. The month is not over. And how did I get myself to get accountable? I started posting on my WhatsApp status because I don't want to fall my hand. I will show up. So that's another way to, because I told myself the truth is that I can read those books. Most days I read 4 pages and I'm tired. Not that I'm tired, I'm just lazy. Maybe I get distracted by my phone or something. So I told myself the truth that you're not, if you allocate 30 minutes, read every day. Do that 30 minutes and stop being distracted. So you're not finishing the books you want to read because you are with your phone close to you. When it pings, in the middle of reading, after you have read only 4 pages. And then, yes, you may read a book a month, but the truth is that you can do more because I know that the secret to success is in reading. So now I'm playing catch up. So I told myself that this month, 4 books a month, and in 2 weeks, I'm done with 2 books. Like, I'm even tripped by myself, something I was struggling with. But I had to write it down, see the problem, and address it and tell myself the truth. And then do those things, realign, so that those things that I notice were my distraction, I remove them. So that, I can achieve what I plan to achieve, because I know that my growth is dependent on things. I'm seeing all the books on the shelf, half of them, I've been buying them, I've not been reading them. So to keep up, I have to up my game. So that's an example of me telling myself the truth. It's easy for me to say, oh, I'm a mother, I have children, I have to do school run, blah, 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 and give myself excuses and not sit down and reflect and tell myself the truth. It's easy. That's just the truth. I can also do that. But I've decided that I'll start telling myself the truth, and I implore you to do the same. When you see a problem, don't always look for somebody else to blame. Ask yourself, what can I do to change this problem? What can I do to make this better? Truth is that clarity comes from reflection. Confidence generally grows when you are honest with yourself and you follow through on your truth. And then you stop pretending. Some of us pretend that we are who we are not. And sometimes we are so deep into the pretense that we forget who we really are. Yeah, a lot of us live, a life of who we are in our head. But the truth is that if you have the courage to sit down and reflect and tell you that life you're pretending to live may actually be what is stopping you from achieving what you truly need or what you truly want, because in your head you are there but you're not there, and you've forgotten who you really are because you've not given yourself the time and the strength to reflect. So the truth is that if you can align your truth with who you're supposed to become, it builds confidence. So you cannot glow on the outside if you're disconnected within. You need to have peace, and when you have peace and know your truth, it leads to clarity. And you're honest with yourself, and you truly glow. Okay, my light has gone off. So I'll continue. So this week, I want you to sit yourself down and ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What truth do I need to face? I want you to take one step towards your next level, and don't run from yourself. Face yourself fair and square, and become who you truly are meant to be. Our affirmations for this week. Say with me, I am honest with myself. I face my truth with courage. I grow into my next level. I am becoming who I'm meant to be. I definitely glow from within. So, as I close today, the life you want is on the other side of the truth you're avoiding. Don't forget to like, follow, and share this video. And also subscribe to my channel. I'm Dr. Chimsom Oku. I'm your skin and confidence doctor. I help you glow truly from inside out. Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you being here. Bye bye, and thank you.